Hello, welcome to my video of Mike Deverell's Colorado and Coyote Creek. It's a HO scale layout depicting Denver, or Colorado, and the one end of the layout is Denver. Here's a kind of a slow 360. There's Denver. To kind of give you a sense of the size of the layout and the way it's arranged, it's in a 20 by 30 foot purpose-built building. There's a track plan for you. And this is the article that inspired him to build it, other than living in Colorado and wanting to depict that. So he's got a fairly nice size yard here in Denver. Icing platform in the foreground. He's got a lot of structures built and plans for a lot more structures. The station in Denver is really, really nice. There you see a little bit more of it with a grain facility on the left there. Another train running through it. As I mentioned, it's HO standard gauge. I think he said the era was the late 40s, early 50s. I should take notes when I do these things. Anyway, it's a very nice layout, very impressive layout. Just the size of the mountains, the way he's got the bench work, I'd say the bench work sits at about 40 plus, like 44 inches. It's illuminated. He's got a lot of illuminated buildings and can simulate night there. There's a little panning shot of the yard. Carry on to the foothills. And not everything's scenic, but they're getting there. Him and his buddy John have been working on this for, he says 10 years, but that's 10 years from the time they built the building to now. And these are some impressive trees. I get a better shot of this to give you an idea of really how many trees there are. And I'm holding the camera up pretty high. One of his trestles in the background there. And all this rock work is the Bragdon geodesic foam. And they look really good. There's another couple aspens. This is another little town around the corner from Denver. And these are nice little buildings. This is a really good little scene that he's got here at that foreground building. Another trestle that he's built, and I got a shot of the Shay on it. A couple shots of the Shay. And there's an overview of his rock work and kind of how they build it. Here, we're facing the opposite direction from the town we were just at, and this is on the short line. That's his gold mine complex. And again, a lot of illumination in all these buildings. Very cool. And there was a trestle that he built for that, where that steel viaduct is. There it is. But after he got it all built and went to install it, he found out it was the wrong radius. And this is around the corner from that last scene, another little town. Here's the Shay moving a little train along. And so he's using cardboard strips with gauze, plaster-soaked gauze over the top, and then the foam rocks. And this bridge will have a steel viaduct here, he says. It's going to be a neat scene once he gets it all done. There you can see how the mountains are built. And these pink foam areas are lift-out sections, so they have access to the tracks. Here's another town. A little train going through truss. He's going to have water going all the way back around the corner there. And these are his servo controls. He's using the Tam Valley Depot servo singlets. This is what he plans to put in this area. And then we went back around the corner to talk about some other kits. Some of the buildings that he's built and some that he's got plans for and kits for. We spent a good 6 hours just talking about everything. Now this is, as you to the left, as you come through the front door, there'll be another town here. Up on the upper deck is the short line, and the lower is the main. And then this is his control area and work area. And I'm sorry for the shaky video, but there's his structural parts, brass rod and shapes and stuff. He's got really nicely organized for his, and there's 2 work areas back to back here. And all of his pieces and plastic sheet down there on the right. And here he's showing me some of the wiring and stuff that John's done. And there's the camera view of the staging and the JMRI interface, the nerve center of the railroad. And here we are. Those are the trees. Look at that, how deep that is, and all those trees back there. And there's pop-ups back there where you can get up and get back to all that stuff. That's John. That's Mike. This little building in this town. Here comes the train. Very neat. But they've got big plans for using JMRI. Right now it's just hooked up so that they can run the turnouts. They don't have detection yet on the thing. That's John down there. That's his little section of the layout. He's building a little foamer scene for rail fans. There's a night shot of that little building. Very cool. And here's the back side. Very nicely done. So as I was saying, he's using the EC-DCC system. They have big plans for the JMRI and want to hook it up with detection, RFID ideally, but initially a current detection scheme to show block occupancy and that sort of thing. I don't know that they're going to run trains, but it's certainly possible to do it. There's a little station in that town, and it's got a full interior in it. Very cool. There's a little night shot of the train coming through Denver. But yeah, we had a great time, and I kind of got distracted yakking with the guys about their plans and just telling stories and visiting. It was really nice. And Mike is looking for help with the layout, so if you're in the Gig Harbor area, get a hold of him. I'll put some contact information, or we can leave some comments after the video. Thanks for watching.